Our Keely, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Our kingdom come, thy snacks be yum.
Oh, damn.
On earth as it is on Spike TV. Give us this day our daily Doritos, and forgive us our Pepsis, as we forgive those who Pepsi against us. And lead us not into 7-Eleven, but deliver us from hunger. For thine is the kingdom, and the Mountain Dew, and the Frito-Lay, forever and ever. Gamer Fuel.
I'm sorry, the prayer ends with Gamer Fuel?
Well, you were right. I hated everything about that.
Oh my god. Oh, wait, hold on. Tegan, I have another thing that you might hate. Wait, hold on. Brian, do the intro first, and then we'll do that.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Game Church.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. No!
I am your priest, Father Cartwright.
This is my nightmare.
This is your nightmare? We're only just now, we're 4 years in and we're just now getting to Rocky's actual nightmare?
I don't want to deal with Gamer Church, man. Like, this is a problem.
Hello, Sister Somerset.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, I don't like that. I could ruin that really easily. I won't, but I could. I am more powerful.
And our altar boy, Rocky Hardy.
Oh, god damn it. You know what? I can't wait till I make fucking Deacon or some bullshit.
He's not even like the organist or whatever.
Yeah, can I be the
You know
master
what?
of music?
Based on the previous episode, Rocky is definitely the organist.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you. Fuck.
Thank you, Tegan.
You're welcome.
So in the prayer, Spike TV was referenced.
Yes.
And it reminded me of this other thing when I was younger. When I was but a lad, trying to feel my way through masculinity, I came across a show on Spike TV called The Man Show. It was, I guess, a sketch comedy show hosted by Adam Carolla and Jimmy Kimmel, where they had a studio audience that apparently they drank beer in front of, which I guess, I still don't know how that was legal, but I earnestly don't believe that it was tea. And they basically did a sketch show in this giant set that was set up like a bar. And there was just a bunch of weird oddities about it that are at best in poor taste today. Andy Milonakis was he pretended to be a drunken teenager. I think there was a recurring sketch where he ran a beer stand, a lemonade stand in some suburban neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Every episode would end with several clips of women jumping on trampolines in short skirts and bikinis. And it was just how is this real?
That entire show sounds like a problem with a capital P.
It was definitely strange. I was thinking about it this past week because I still didn't believe it was real. And then I sat down and went on YouTube, and apparently there are full episodes of The Man Show available. So I sat down and watched an episode, and I think there was let me see, other sketches that they did. Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla go to a sperm bank to donate sperm to measure them against each other to see who has the most motile sperm. And then there was another one where they did a sketch on the set with strippers. It started out about strip club etiquette and then landed in a place about how to rip off strippers. And it was just, I don't know, man. I do know it's a show that aired. I think it got 3 seasons. But I certainly don't believe how it was real. I don't understand. Brian, are you familiar with The Man Show?
I am glad that your story of The Man Show managed to find a way to make me feel old. So, good job.
I mean, I feel like that's just half our goal at this point, is see how ancient we can make you feel.
Yeah, but Rocky, describing it as this kind of weird fugue apocryphal half memory that required researching he's fucking Indiana Jones, being I have to shine the light here to find the truth about The Man Show. It reveals the map to the city. When the weird fugue half memory isn't even the original place it fucking broadcasted It was a goddamn Comedy Central show. He's like, yeah, I have this vague
It was on Comedy Central. You're right.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And I just remember it as a thing that happened in a place that it was. Like, it was a giant hit. It was a huge, huge hit astride the media sphere.
Wait, didn't they have like this gibberish like chant that they would do over their beer before girls started jumping on trampolines?
I think it was like, yes, that's true. I can't remember what the chant was. It was something like Zubi Zabi, oi, oi.
Wait, no, yeah, no,
something
it's
like
Ziggy
that.
Zoggy. Yeah, it was Ziggy Zoggy. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, I remember that now.
Not a single person on that set drinks Respect Women juice.
Oh, they
and you
absolutely
cannot
didn't.
convince me
That was their brand at the time.
Disgusting. That's horrible.
There was a thing on Twitter about a month ago where a thing happened on Twitter, and I felt a thing about what was happening on Twitter, but I didn't tweet what I felt because I didn't want to lose followers. Which was like all these people, it was like they had just figured out the Man Show had happened. They're treating it like they fucking just opened Al Capone's safe or something, and they're just like, oh my god, did you know that Jimmy Kimmel was on a show where they called women stupid routinely and women jumped on trampolines and they celebrated and venerated toxic masculinity, and they're treating it as if it's some massive fucking discovery, and I was just like, oh my god. And I just wanted to be like, who let the fucking Zoomers off TikTok onto Twitter for the day? Like, just like, this is not news. This is literally the reason Jimmy Kimmel got a job hosting a late night talk show. Like, literally. Like, the Man Show was a giant, giant hit, and he got lured away from the Man Show by ABC. The Man Show could not compete with the offer that ABC gave him. He went directly from the Man Show to ABC. If you go back in the history of Jimmy Kimmel and say, what the fuck was Jimmy Kimmel doing like the week before he started hosting a show for ABC? It was hosting the goddamn Man Show. Like, I'm just like, Jesus Christ. It's like whenever people are like, oh wow, oh god, like we have to dig into the desert in New Mexico to find out if Atari really buried ET cartridges. I'm like, there are fucking news reports from the day that they buried the cartridges, you idiot. We don't need to dig into the fucking desert to find out if there are cartridges there. Like, there are accounts. There are photos of them getting dumped into the fucking hole. Like, what do you want? What do you want? You think somebody stole them in the meantime? You think Nicolas Cage, after it was done with the Declaration of Independence, came and took the cartridges? Like, what the fuck? Like,
for the record, I would watch that movie.
What, Nicolas Cage stealing a bunch of ET cartridges from the desert?
Oh, absolutely. That sounds fantastic.
That's how, you know what? That's how, like, Jesus, Hollywood. Normally we ask the game industry to call us.
Brian, we can
Hollywood.
just skip a step. We can just call Sony. They make movies now, apparently. Also Square Enix, for some reason, but whatever.
I mean, Sony, for the record, Sony Pictures has been a thing.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, oh, Jesus Christ, Rocky, how young are you? Like, their primary profit motive these days is film. Like, as the proud owners of Columbia Pictures, that's really where their money comes from. Ugh. Man, like, in fact, I believe that the good people at Sony recently delayed the Monster Hunter movie, and I have to tell you, I'm disappointed because that movie looks dumb as shit, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it's gonna be so bad.
Yep. Like, I tell you what, man, like, there are certain combinations in this world which are bad. You know, like that line, oh, wait a minute, somebody here has never seen Ghostbusters. Who was it who's never seen Ghostbusters?
All seen Ghostbusters. We did it together.
Oh, we did a watch-along of Ghostbusters. I'm dead inside.
Okay.
There was somebody who hadn't seen Ghostbusters before we saw Ghostbusters.
No, I had seen Ghostbusters. I did not remember Ghostbusters.
Okay.
I still don't remember. Like, at this point, I still
Jesus
don't remember
Christ.
what happened in Ghostbusters, and we just watched it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I watched Ghostbusters 2. I had never seen the original Ghostbusters.
Okay. All right. I was right in remembering that somebody had not seen Ghostbusters. Phew. Fuck. Did we watch Ghostbusters during quarantine?
Yeah, it was like
Ghostbusters? Okay.
2 months ago or something.
All right. God, quarantine is long, guys.
Well, yeah.
Quarantine is long.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're in, like, month 4, officially, so, you know.
God. I just got the word from work
Mhm.
this week that work from home guidance has been extended to January 8th.
It's probably good.
Maybe New Year's will be a real holiday this year. No, it won't. It won't. Whatever.
Christ. I mean, considering that, like, what happened with fireworks in this country around July 4th, I just fucking can't wait to see what happens on New Year's. That'll be great. People will be building, like, cannons in their backyards. That's how the ostrich wars start. Jesus.
I mean, that just sounds like Ohio. I don't know what... You know, like, we have cannons out there to scare the crows away. Like, that's literally a thing.
Tegan, tell me about your fucking crow-scaring cannons.
Dude.
The crow cannons. Instead of sticking a bunch of, you know, men out in the field to wave their arms around or whatever, you know, as punishment for their war crimes, we just have cannons that sit out in fields of corn, and periodically they just go off. They're air cannons. They don't have any, like, projectiles or anything, but that's what they do, is they make a big boom sound so that birds will not eat the corn and the soybeans. That's a thing! So you're like, oh yeah, your cannons. I'm like, yep. Wait, not everywhere has cannons, I guess.
Not everywhere has cannons. We learn something new every day.
A shame, really. A true shame.
So is this really a thing? Are you fucking with me?
No, this is a real thing. This is a legit thing. Why do you always think I'm fucking with you?
You do fuck with them often, but, like, this sounds like something that's grounded in reality.
Where is it? Let's see. Pro cannon. Bird cannons, that's what they're called. Bird bangers.
Bird bangers, let's go! Oh, man.
Sounds like the 2020's hottest furry porn.
Oh, my God.
A typical cannon is powered by a 5-gallon propane tank and emits blasts at 20-minute intervals. They also have them at airports, apparently.
Terrifying.
So there you go!
Look at that. Bird Begone pneumatic air gun.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Well, yeah, but bigger.
I'm looking at like a video of a man firing his bird banger. It's not a pornography.
No, it's really not. It's like a thing. Ohio's weird. Like, when I say hell is real and it is in Ohio, it's not just because we have the hell is real sign. It's because hell is real and it is Ohio.
Oh, God.
Someone please rescue me.
Fuck.
This is a cry for help.
I have now seen another video which makes me angry.
Oh.
Which one?
This guy's like, I got this bird banger. Because, like, there are bird bangers which are apparently handheld.
Yeah.
So I guess if you're, like, a farmer out working in the field and you need the birds to be gone, again, a perfectly reasonable scenario for people to use this type of thing. Because you're working in the field and you need the birds gone to do what you're doing.
You're right.
Handheld pneumatic air gun. This guy's like, I'm going to get me a pneumatic air gun and use it to scare liberals.
I'm not surprised.
Classic.
Hell is real. It is in Ohio.
So, my mom has finished Haikyuu. She called me this week because she was having trouble starting season 5 and season 6 on Crunchyroll. And I had to go over it with her, and she was trying to watch the films. Like, but, you know, they're like retellings of earlier seasons, not actually new seasons.
Yeah.
But she is, she's finished it. She finished her at Torizawa a while back. And she just got through the Ball Boy arc, and now they're in the national tournament. Apparently, like, after finishing, like, the first game of the national tournament, my mom texts me, and she says, I think I want a Kageyama jersey. And so, like, I'm big excited, because I get to buy my mom some anime merch. So I'm working on that. Gotta find, like, the right jersey. I'm also gonna get a Nishinoya jersey while that happens, because I've been meaning to get one anyways.
Oh, please do.
Once again, Brian, you should watch Haikyuu. My mom really liked it specifically because she grew up playing volleyball. And, you know, there isn't a lot of, like, volleyball-centric media out there. So this was just, like, a rare treat for her. But it's, you know, generally a very solid anime. Also, my middle brother is working his way through One Piece. And he's gotten through the time skip in the anime so far.
Did he lose a bet?
No, my brother's just really bored. It's quarantine, Brian.
Okay.
Yeah, like, he spends a lot of time at home. He's been watching a lot of anime.
I mean, fuck, I guess I understand. I'm electing to watch Star Trek Enterprise, so I guess I understand.
Fuck with it, man. Also, his birthday's coming up. It's in 2 weeks. So if you want to send my brother a gift, I guess we can figure that out. But I need to send him something for sure. Because this past year, he got me this really neat, like, Rocky's Pub sign for my birthday. And so, like, I gotta match that energy. I recently found out his favorite character is Chopper, which wasn't going to be my pick. I thought he was going to be a bigger fan of, like, Zoro or, like, Usopp. But
Okay.
Tiny Hat Chopper is a pretty good character. And it's a surprise for me, so I'm going to get him some merch. So I gotta figure that out. I gotta buy anime stuff for my family, and I am truly blessed. Stay blessed, everyone.
Wholesome anime energy.
Oh, yeah.
Haikyuu's manga just ended.
Wait, really?
Yeah, the manga just had its final chapter just released.
What?
So, like, if you wanna find out how it ends, you can now actually read to the end of the manga.
Jesus.
That's a thing.
I thought, okay. Man, I thought we had a couple
You
years.
thought it was never gonna end,
I
right?
thought we had at least a couple more years left.
Something like that, yeah. One Piece is never gonna end. Like, we'll die and be buried long before One Piece ends. Even, like, with immortality, we'll be dead and gone before One Piece ends.
You can't have it both ways. Just take it. Either we live forever, or
96
One Piece.
volumes.
That's the point, is that One Piece will never end. That is that's the commentary.
If you ever wanted to convince someone that anime was a bad idea, if you wanted to convince someone that anime was, in fact, a mistake, as near as I can tell, One Piece is the route to go.
Brian, you shut your fucking
No.
mouth right now. Like, Jesus Christ.
It really isn't. The route to go is definitely My Little Sister Can't Possibly Be This Cute. That's the route
Or
to
fucking
go.
School Days. Like,
Or Edo Manga Sensei. Oh yeah, School Days. Okay, yeah.
One Piece
School
is
Days.
actually a very good anime, and it kept going because the fans wanted it to keep going. Like, One Piece is literally like the Cheers of anime, and I want you to say, Brian, with your chest, that Cheers was a mistake, because there's no way that's true.
Okay, I think I might have a better analog then. Because Cheers was very good, very well loved, lasted a long time, and then ended. Okay? But I know a thing which proceeds like an undead zombie, like astride the mediascape, just because people keep buying the shit.
Oh, okay. No. I see the analogy that you're trying to make. That's not One Piece. You're thinking of Sword Art Online.
Yes. Oh god. I like Sword Art Online in the way that one enjoys watching a train wreck. Like, oh, it's bad. It's good. It's bad. It's so bad.
But
it's terrible.
Like, One Piece is actually just crazy long, and they had really big goals, and the merch was always selling, which helped definitely. And like, people liked the characters, but like, every time they went to like a new place, they introduced new characters. The characters got real care. They had compelling arcs and whatnot, and the protag like developed in a way that was maintained tension over like 2 decades, which is like a really big deal in a battle anime. And the goal that they had, which was to find this like impossible treasure, like what they ended up doing was like basically expanding how big the forces that were sailing the seas and still didn't know where the treasure was, to like accurately portray where the characters had to go. And it was good, and it is good. It's just long. And that's the biggest, like, strike against it. It's not a bad anime or manga by any stretch of the imagination. It's simply long. And, like, long isn't especially bad. I mean, I read through Ippo, and, like, I feel like they should have animated more of it, but that's a whole other thing.
Okay. All right. So what you're saying is that if you're looking for an anime, which is an endless slog because it generates money, Sword Art Online is the dunk to make.
Correct.
Okay. And that somehow, against...
Also Naruto. You could also do that with
That's
Naruto,
fair.
because
Okay.
Naruto does just continue to print money.
Okay. So that's the dunk. Because, like, Jesus Christ, these Marvel movies.
But if you want, like, trash, like, proper trash...
Like
that
the
make
Marvel
you feel,
movies.
that make you feel like a degenerate for watching them, we also have recommendations on that end of the spectrum.
And you know what?
Also, this season there's only 10 anime coming out, so, like, you can reasonably watch everything airing this season.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And not all of it is good.
You can count them on your fingers now. That's kind of amazing. That's, like, legit insane.
So, what you're saying is that COVID has caught up to anime.
Well, I mean, yeah, but also Digimon is back, and it's still better than it was the first time, so that's fine.
Shoutouts.
Yeah, I'm excited. So they've fleshed out Joe, Mimi, and Sora way more than they did in the entirety of, like, Adventure 1, Adventure 2, Kizna, and the movies. Like, try the whole thing. In all that, they've already got more character development than in any of what happened. It's wild.
Tell me more about that.
They're good kids! So they've redone Sora a bit, so instead of her just being like, I am a good girl, I'm a proper lady, but I'm also a sport girl, and that's my thing, is my mom brought me up as a proper lady, but I am a sport girl. Now she's just cool. She's just like, yeah, my mom does an Ikebana studio and, like, makes me wear pink, but, like, I kick butt at soccer, and, like, I'm popular with my peers, so fuck it.
Is she the one with the machete?
Yes, Sora has a machete.
Got it.
She's, like, actually prepared. She's like, yeah, we went to camp and, like, I figured I should get some wilderness supplies. So I have a flashlight and a machete, some gloves and a backpack, like a regular responsible person. They introduced Mimi by starting her at the princess phase. She's, like, the queen of, like, a Tanamon village. And she's like, as queen, my job here is to protect the Tanamon. And, like, that's it. That's it. But the entirety of the time, like, you can tell she's really, like, she's got more, like, sweet idol girl energy, like, Genki girl center energy, than she ever had, than just, like, whiny crybaby spoiled brat.
Okay.
And also they, like, clearly show that, like, her family's fucking loaded immediately. Her grandpa is, like, helping try to fix the problem in the real world, which is what gets her to be like, if my family's doing everything they can over there, I should do everything I can over here. And, like, because he's providing, his company is providing, like, power generators for hospitals and stuff, because all of Tokyo is going through this major blackout. They're just like, we're donating them for free, it doesn't matter. Like, this is not a money-making opportunity. Even though, obviously it is, because brand recognition is important.
It's good PR.
And also, like, her grandpa's company is the one that, like, made Izzy's laptop. So, like, she's obviously loaded in the most blatant way, instead of just being, like, vague about why she's rich. It's very much like, this is why she's rich.
Okay, so it's less like Saturday morning cartoons and more like fleshed out characters for people who are paying attention.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very nice.
For sure.
And then Joe was introduced this week, and I haven't watched it yet, but apparently he's less, like, obnoxious telling everybody how to do their thing, and I'm studying to be a doctor, so, like, this is the actual medical knowledge I know.
Okay.
Like, here I am actually applying practical knowledge that I should reasonably by this time, like, have, considering my entire family is doctors, and, like, both of my older brothers are studying to be doctors. It feels like the new group cares more about the kids than the old group did. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, the old group was just like, time out are the important ones. That's it. And these guys are like, no, everyone's important. Every child is special. Yeah, it's nice. I like it. 10 out of 10. Seal of approval.
What you're saying is that with only 10 animu, it'd be very easy for someone to put on a tweed jacket with elbow pads and watch all of the anime and go, by the way, I'm an anime expert.
I mean, you could watch all of the anime, but you would not be an anime expert.
You gotta do 10,000 hours, man.
There we go. There we go. There it is.
You could definitely be an expert of, like, the quarantine season.
Mm-hmm.
And there's definitely, like, some stuff that's firmly in the camp of, like, this could easily be a degenerate anime. But, like, it just skirts that line where, like, it's not quite gross enough, you know?
Oh, man.
I'm thinking specifically of the fantasy veterinarian anime.
I don't
that's going on right now?
I don't want to abide that show. I'd rather pretend that it doesn't exist.
Okay.
Like, because, I mean, to be fair, I am a recovering degenerate. I did play Monster Musume, but, like,
It does have a snake girl.
it does have a fucking snake girl.
So where is the list of this season's anime, and have they started yet?
Most of them have started. We're in like week 4 of the season. 3 or 4 of the season. Well, that's a lie. We're on week 2. Because the stuff that just started this season is only has 2 episodes out.
So where would I find a comprehensive list of this season's anime?
You can use My Anime List, because they are separated by, like, seasons, so you could look at, like, summer 2020.
My anime list. Let's see here. Come on, Google. So I don't know. Are you guys primarily Chrome users?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you prefer a different browsing experience, Brian?
No. Did you guys change the default search engine for when you just type words in the bar?
No. Should I?
I changed my default to the Google Feelin' Lucky result.
Oh, okay.
Right, so that way, for common words and phrases, I could just type in...
And get the first result, yeah.
Yeah, I would just get the first result. So that way... So I could do things like type my anime list, and it'll just take me to my... Is the My Anime List website run by hamsters?
Yes.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yes, it is.
I have run actual... I have...
It's run by people who are too busy watching anime to make, like, the website any better.
Right.
Oh
But
my
it's
god. Wow. Oh god.
Wow. I love the My Anime List website.
Brian, on podcasts, we try to use full sentences.
Jesus Christ. Wow. This...
Brian?
It won't even load.
Oh, actually, I think there might be something wrong with the website currently. Like, I'm trying to access it now. It's giving me problems.
Well, all right. Well, no problem. What I could do is I could open another tab. And since I'm set to, getting lucky results, I can just type, is it down? And it'll just take me to downornot.com, where it'll tell me whether or not
they're pinned.
My Anime List is down for everyone. It is not just you.
Right.
The server is not responding.
Right.
It has been down for at least 14 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's not so bad.
Yeah. Checking out some of these fucking ping times for this website. They should be ashamed of themselves. These fucking nerds.
Yeah, that's what we are. Nerds.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I want to find a story about a coconut who joins the fucking cricket team.
Oh, actually, Brian, if you want to, I think you should actually watch... No, My Roommate is a Cat? Yeah, that's what it's called. My Roommate is a Cat.
My Roommate is a Cat is good.
I think you'd like that.
You would like that.
It's about, a lonely, mid-20s author that, basically hangs out with his cat and, struggles with, living in the modern age. It's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
The anime begins when he adopts the cat.
Mm.
And then it's just them, getting to know each other. It's very cute.
Mm-hmm.
And, half of the episode is told from the human's perspective, and then you get to watch that half of the episode again from the cat's perspective.
Oh, that reminds me. I gotta get a hold of, that Yankees manga. The one where, there's, cats that are, in a turf war, but, the manga, shows, straight-up transitions between, cats, imagining that they're humans and just, straight-up cat stuff.
Yeah! Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, did I show you that one?
You did.
I think I did, yeah. It looked like something that was your jam.
It seems pretty ridiculous. I'm kind of down.
Oh, I will check out My Roommate is a Cat.
For sure.
Let me guess, it's only available on the Crunchyroll?
It might... I think it was on Netflix. I don't know if it is still on Netflix.
I'd have to check.
Oh. Man. Rocky.
Yes?
A video game came out.
A handful, if we're being honest.
Yeah, you know what? And goddamn it, motherfucker.
Sure.
I don't know what sorcery is afoot, but I would like to go ahead and register my sadness because I was all ready to spend yesterday on my couch being a samurai all fucking day.
Sure.
But my copy of that video game does not arrive until tomorrow.
Tragic.
God damn it. All I wanted to do was fucking Samurai.
Mhm.
Like, everything I read about this game has me absolutely salivating. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put aside Final Fantasy VII Remake for the time being, and I'm going to Samurai it up. You know, it's exactly what I need for that, like, that deep break, that scrub on the Animal Crossing. You know, like, get in here and run around this fucking island. I'm going to murder all these Mongolians and, like, go to shrines and play with foxes. Be a ninja. I'm going to go the ninja route. I'm going to be a big ninja. And it's going to be great. It's going to be fucking great. But then the video game said to me, you know what, Brian? Much like the rest of the world, I'm interested in just watching you get fucked. So get fucked. I'll be here Monday. So.
I mean, some people aren't getting their copies until September, so it could be worse. It could be raining.
I mean, you know what? I could have bought digital. Nope. That would have been smart.
You can still go digital.
Well, then he'd have 2 copies of the game. TK.
Yeah, and he could sell one at an exorbitant markup.
Yeah, I guess you could do that.
Christ, I remember the price for physical copies of Animal Crossing in the wake of the immediate release, where people were like, oh god, like, I can't play a video game unless it's a physical totem. And, like, copies of Animal Crossing were for, like, a week or two going for $150.
Classic.
And, yeah.
Fucking monsters.
Okay, but Rocky actually got his hands on a video game.
Yeah, I've been playing a bunch of video games. That's what I do.
Yeah. And at least one of them is new. What is up? Give us the poop.
Oh, you want me to talk about Paper Mario? Okay. Paper Mario's cool, man. It is an action-adventure. It's not an RPG. And, you know, for people who are scared, it is definitely in the style of Color Splash and Sticker Star. There is no experience points. Partners are a very small part of your experience, as far as I can tell. But it's a good video game. The combat, it's still like turn-based battles, but instead of like being about like RPG stuff where like you improve your abilities on every combat, it's more about puzzles. Like each like combat is a puzzle, and you know, unlike puzzles that are going to like, you know, laugh at you until you solve them, there's a handful of ways to kind of like sidestep them because you know, you're loaded. You have an endless amount of coins. And you can use coins to buy more time if you want to solve the puzzle, which is what I've been doing a bit more lately. Or you can use coins to like throw money to the audience and ask the audience, and they'll jump out, and they can do various things depending on how many coins you give them. They can damage opponents that are on the field. They can make one of your moves for you to try to line them up. The trade-off is that you don't get like the puzzle completion bonus at the end of the fight, but like if you're good on coins, it doesn't matter. And with more coins, they can actually heal you like on your turn without you having to use an item, which is really convenient, actually. The format so far is sort of dungeon crawling, I guess, like very much like Paper Mario. There are puzzles and stuff to solve intermingled with combat. And so far what I've been doing is I've been like awakening these like spirits that the game calls Velumentals, which is a joke that I don't get. And my initial companion, Olivia, has gained the ability to transform into an origami turtle that can, you know, shift the earth and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And she has also gained the ability to turn into a water dragon, which allows her to like create and like blast water at stuff. The original dragon was able to turn water around it into like water cyclones, so I hope she's able to do that at some point, but you know, I have no idea. I have interacted with the first partner who has been nicknamed Bobby by Olivia, but he doesn't actually seem to have had a name up until this point, like at all.
Mm-hmm.
He's just referred to as Bob-omb. I just got his backstory, and he just died, so I don't have him
Jesus.
as a partner anymore. So that's that. I've completed 2 of the dungeon/boss fights that allowed me to release streamers, the red and the blue so far. The red was against the pencil case, which is actually a pretty good boss fight. Like, it sounds lame, but like it was a pretty interesting fight, and I enjoyed it. And then I fought the Rubber Band Man after like scaling their tower of like increasing like musical theater cliches, and that was actually pretty cool too. I was the star of a spaghetti western. of a gang conflict, much like, oh no, Brian, what's the name of the musical with the Jets and the Sharks?
West Side Story.
Thank you. Yeah, we did West Side Story, where Birdo was my Maria.
This is great.
And then we did the Nutcracker, where Mario is apparently a trained ballerina, I guess. And I ballet/battle hammered a bunch of like paper mache Shy Guys. So that's cool. Also, this all took place in a ninja theme park that I got to run around in. And I got to like unlock different mini games throughout the theme park while solving puzzles so I could get the key to go to the big tower so I could go to the big show. And then I did that, and then I fought the Rubber Band Man with my extendo arms, and that was cool. And it seems fine. Like, it's definitely different. Like, you know, the Paper Mario series has different priorities, which it seems to do on every release at this point. But it's not a bad video game. In fact, it's a pretty good one. It's not an RPG, and I'm not even sure if I'd really call it Game of the Year, which, you know, I'd argue that Thousand Year Door was for its particular year. It's still a lot of fun to play, and, like, the jokes land, and there are plenty of, like, gags and secrets and stuff to explore. And, you know, stripped of its parts, it looks, I guess, not great on paper, especially in comparison to its pedigree, but I don't know. I'm liking it. I'm gonna figure out how far I get at the end of it.
I now have to do research.
Sure.
I wanted to find out what video games came out in 2004, since 2004 was the year of Paper Mario Thousand Year Door.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have said that it was the game of the year of 2004.
Sure.
Let me open this White Claw. There we go. All right. We'll start in January. This will be an experiment.
We're going to go through like 100 games or something?
Oh, no. Like I assure you, I am not going to read garbage like Sonic Battle, because there's no argument for Sonic Battle being... I'm only going to talk about games where I'm like, what, really? This? More than this? So you're only going to get the what more, really more than this games. I thought I remember 2004 being comparatively robust. All right.
You sure you don't want me to stall?
Stall.
Okay. Right. So, Bob-omb, who was nicknamed Bobby by Olivia, was, you know, an amnesiac character, which seems kind of lame, to be honest. Like, Bob-omb with no story. And he is on a journey on his own to try to remember anything. You know, just something at all.
Anything?
Yes. Because he has no memories, apparently. Doesn't
I
even
will
remember his
take
name.
one memory, please.
And so we start traveling with him. And one of the things that really turned me off to him is that, like, whenever I would enter, like, something that seemed like a dungeon, or Bob-omb would, like, opt out of it. Like, when we were going into the water temple to go get the water elemental, he's like, oh, so you're going into that place that sounds horrible and wet, and there's going to be a giant monster at the end? No thanks, I'm going to sit outside.
He pulled a Tacos Good Out Here.
Yeah! And, like, he did it, like, every time, except when I was going to, like, the third area, and Olivia's older brother, Ollie, or I guess Oliver, dropped a giant rock on her, and we couldn't move the rock. Wasn't a way we could do it. Notably, our Bob-omb wasn't able to explode. Like, it's a thing that he's never done since he's been with us.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't have a visible fuse.
Mm.
But he tells us that what we should do is that we need to go back to Toad Town, get a ship, and go to the SS Peach Princess. Or the SS Princess Peach, excuse me. The SS Princess Peach. And so that's like another mini dungeon. And like, we get to the SS Princess Peach, and it's like, it's fucked. It's completely, like, lopsided. It's not sunk or anything, but the whole place is trashed. And there's all sorts of, like, origami, like, creatures around, like Cheep Cheeps and whatnot. Eventually, we arrive at the place where Bob-omb is telling us to go, which is the VIP suite on the second floor of the ship. And the state house that we're in has a box and then we have to fight a boss to get the box back. But we open the box, and there's a smaller red box inside of it, and our Bob-omb says, this is what we need, now we can go get Olivia. And we go back, and he tells us that he regained his memories, and he knows that shit because he went there with his friends, his bomb rads. That's what he said.
His bomb rads.
Right? Fuck. And they pitched in together so that they could all get the state house so they could, really live it up. Like, a couple of them had to sleep on the floor, but, it's fine because, we're there with our bomb rats. Like, it's worth it. And then they got attacked by the giant blooper that wrecked the ship. And their friends were, like, elsewhere. We didn't know what happened to them. But the Bob-omb was thrown off, and his fuse was ripped out. And then he washed up in Toad Town without memories. But now he has his memories, and he still doesn't have his fuse, but his most prized possession was the fuse of his friend that he lost a couple years back. So he took his friend's fuse, stuck it into his fuse hole, I guess, and then lights it in front of the rock and explodes and I guess dies. And that's what happened to our Bob-omb, and now he's a ghost. And we talked to him for a little bit, and now he's not talking to us, and we just gotta keep going with the story, I guess. So
okay, we don't have time to unpack all that.
Yeah. Brian, what do you got for me for 2004?
Okay. All right. So for 2004, the list of games which I think probably need to be in the conversation with Paper Mario 1000 Year Door is actually a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be.
Sure.
And I guess that's the 2004-ness of it. Because, like next year, you've got the 360 coming out. A lot of developers are started ramping down development for the PS2. So 2004 is definitely that, hey guys, it's the last year, truly, of a console's lifecycle shit going on. So, games that probably need to be in the conversation with it include Halo 2 and Halo 2.
I'm sorry, is that the whole list?
I'm just going through this fucking list, and like at this point, like we're deep into what I'd like to call the dark times for 3D platformers, which is where like we're well past the numbered sequels, and they're just cranking out like the ones that lots of people will buy and people won't particularly, remember. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, it's like, hey everybody, it's time for like Spyro, A Hero's Tale.
Right.
Oh, here's another one that probably needs to be in the conversation. Jak 3, where they're like, yo, like, what if Jak and Daxter was a giant open world game?
That was really innovative for 2004.
It really was. So, like, and also, like, letting, Jak and Daxter have fucking dune buggies. That was pretty cool, too. It was pretty dope. Jak and Daxter 3 is a dope game. The gunplay in Jak and Daxter games is a lot better than games which focus on gunplay. The Legend of Zelda, The Minish Cap came out in 2004.
That's a good one!
Yep. Tegan, as our certified Zeldaologist, where do you feel that it sits in relation to, say, a Paper Mario 1000 Year Door?
I haven't played Paper Mario 1000 Year Door.
Okay. Well, then there goes that. Rocky, how does Minish Cap sit in your esteem compared to this game?
Minish Cap's a good video game. I think Paper Mario 1000 Year Door is one of the most important games that came out on the GameCube.
Right. As much as there may be affection for Minish Cap, it probably doesn't belong in the same conversation as, say, Paper Mario 1000 Year Door and Halo 2. Oh, there's a beloved cult classic. I've got two beloved cult classics. Def Jam, Fight for New York.
Sure.
And Chronicles of Riddick, Escape from Butcher's Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Final Fantasy 11. Oh, fuck off.
Final Fantasy 11 was actually a pretty good video game. I still think 1000 Year Door was better.
Okay.
Like, Brad, one of these days you gotta dig into the Final Fantasy 11 lore because, like, it's insane. It's legitimately bananas.
Okay. So I guess looking at 2004, the only game in good conscience I can say, like, okay, better than this and have it be a sincere question is Halo 2. Because Halo 2 is also, like, fundamental and transformative and a giant goddamn deal.
Right. Yeah.
So, yes. There you go. The class of 2004, everybody. Master Chief and Paper Mario.
You're valedictorian, salutatorian?
Yep.
Well, Paper Mario's the valedictorian. Like, don't get it twisted.
Oh, I wasn't. I was just saying that that's them.
Yeah, easily.
And everyone else is just in the class.
Some of the kids are getting into good colleges. Def Jam, Fight for New York, definitely went to a good college.
Yeah, man, they went to Howard.
Yep. Jesus Christ. So, Rocky, I'm hearing about this Origami King that scientists are calling it balls hard. Is it...
Okay, so, once again, I'm pretty sure that I'm probably not the best person to ask that of, but that is not my experience. Yeah, that's not my experience. Especially, like, in combat, I don't think it's super intuitive, is what I would say. Like, it definitely wants you to, like, poke around and learn its rules, as opposed to, like, you know, I've already done RPGs, I've done action-adventure games, I know what I'm doing. And so, like, sitting down with the puzzle is, like, a thing that you have to learn how to do. Like, if I have to be honest, I'm not always entirely sure if I'm rotating, like, the circle, like, clockwise or counterclockwise, but intuitively, I am moving the right way. But if I had to put it into words, I'm not sure I would do it right. That's what I would say. But I don't think the game is especially difficult. And that's mostly because, like, I've kind of just been cruising through the game. There have been situations where, like, I get lower on HP, but, like, I don't feel like the game really punishes you for it. And because, like, you can always just, like, spend coins to get more health back, or spend coins to, like, get a hint or get closer to a solution in, like, any particular combat, I think that the tools are, like, adequate for the barriers presented, and so I'm not willing to call it difficult.
You know what? I think I'm willing to... Alright, Rocky, what is a hard video game?
A hard video game.
Yes.
I think Sekiro's a hard video game. I think the original Dark Souls was a hard video game. I think Darkest Dungeon, Dead Cells are both difficult video games. I'd have to think a bit longer in a way that's not conducive to radio to expand my list.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Probably the kind of, like, thing that requires, like, either thoughtful time or research and is not suited for the audio format, like, I don't know, looking at a comprehensive list of 2004's video game releases.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I think hard video games are characterized by a inflexibility and request of proficiency. And the reason I'm unwilling to call Origami King difficult is while it may request proficiency, like it wants you to solve the puzzles, it's one of the more important things it asks you to do. And if you don't get the puzzle, like, you do lose damage. But battles don't become impossible when you can't do that, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, while I do say that Origami King does request proficiency of its players, I don't think it's inflexible. That's why I'm not willing to say that it's difficult. Like, I'll say that, like, it wants you to do things, but it is, like, you know, flexible on how those things get done. And even so, like, when you're solving, like, puzzles in combat, or you're, like, exploring, like, the maps and whatnot, the tools are presented. And when you're unable to, like, cross a gap or something, like, more often than not, all you need is scraps. And you can do that in fights, or you can just, like, hit environmental things, and the game gives you scraps. And, like, whether or not you want your gameplay to be about, like, scrap management is a different question. But, like, playing the game without scraps and then running into obstacles, I don't think allows you to qualify the game as difficult. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I think that the game has tools to allow you to progress at a meaningful pace. And it definitely gets faster when you, like, know your way around. But I think, like, the presence of these tools and, like, a reasonable amount of, like, interaction with them is what greases the wheels of the experience.
Okay. All right. So, like, I mean, I have seen a lot of the, like, you know, critical conversation around this game being like, hey, it's really, really hard. Or, like, don't come at this game if you're expecting it to be anything less than, like, unforgiving.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it unforgiving. Like, that's the thing. Like, I would definitely call it, like, once again, it asks you to do things. It wants you to be proficient. And like,
Right.
there are a lot of opportunities to like build up that proficiency, but I don't think the game specifically punishes you for a lack of proficiency. Like, that's not what I'd say. Because like, for example, there are a lot of like fights that you enter with like even the most basic enemies where like early on, if you don't solve the puzzle, like you will just narrowly not clear the fight in a single turn, which means that like you will likely take damage no matter what. But the thing is that like the game isn't really designed so that if you take damage every fight, you're going to have a bad time. Like, that's not really the case. Because, like, even if you do, right? Like, the way that the action economy shakes out in the game, like, you can heal yourself without actually taking an action. Like, all you have to do is spend his coins. And there are so many coins. Brian, I'm walking around the game, and I'm spending coins pretty freely, like, on objects or on cosmetics and other random bullshit. And I'm walking around with, like, north of 10,000 coins at any given moment. And if I spend 500 coins, I get 50 HP back, which is your starting total amount of health at the beginning of the game. And, like, there are a couple of things that can deal that much damage, say, in like, a turn or two, but most of them are bosses. And so, like, it's definitely a different loop. Like, if you're not used to it, like, if you are getting hit every turn, like, you're going to have a lower HP total, but, like, that's not really going to, like, end your game or anything. Like, it just means you need to spend more coins. And that's fine, because there's plenty of coins to go around. The game's not going to dunk on you, like, with, like, the fucking chicken hat or anything for, like, taking damage. And there are a lot of, like, things throughout the game. Like, the game, like, basically begs you to take, like, various accessories to, like, give yourself more time while you're solving puzzles, to, like, get health at the beginning of every turn. The idea is that the game is, like, giving you all these things to, like, smooth the process. And, like, if you don't want to use them, that's absolutely fine. That's a player choice. But, like, if you're having trouble with these things, like, it's kind of like playing Celeste and, like, thinking you're too good for assist mode when you're having, like, a lot of trouble making these jumps. And I don't know. I think that the game is definitely providing, like, opportunities to play at, like, various levels and, like, engage with it on your terms, but I don't think I'd call it outright, like, difficult or unforgiving.
Okay. That's really good to hear. I worried some of the conversation I'd seen around it was, like, hyperbolic.
Sure. It's video games, yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I also feel like a lot of the critical conversation around Origami King kind of got, like, drowned in fallout from an interview.
Yeah, I got my red string out about the interview, that's all I'll say.
Okay. I think it's less nefarious than maybe what you think, but I also don't think it's an issue of mistranslation.
Sure.
Which I know some people have been, like, trying to use their whole ass to cover Nintendo's ass.
Yeah.
But like, oh, guys, it's just I'm like, no, this is not mistranslation. I think that what it is that, like, some years ago, it was very, very clear that, like, Nintendo was unifying a style book for their, like, various properties, that it was, like, very clear that there was going to become Mario, you know, like, and here are the acceptable versions of Mario, and here are the acceptable versions of Mario characters, and here's the acceptable version of Link, and here are the acceptable version of, like, various Zelda characters. Like, it was very clear that they were standardizing and mainlining their property management, because that made it easier to do shit like product licensing, which made way for things like a fucking theme park, you know? Like, and it was a lot harder for them to, like, score gigantic mega licensing deals without having a standardized style guide for, like, the way all characters can appear in any given situation, which meant that, like, somebody in some meeting somewhere raised their hand and said, hey guys, what about Paper Mario? And, you know, and here we are. Now, one thing that, like, frustrates me about this is there appears to be, like, a certain level of what I'll call, like, intellectual inconsistency with it. Like, Dr. Mario World, you know, part of their, like, abortive unsuccessful attempt to like release games on mobile, which shit the bed except for the Fire Emblem game.
Can't beat Gacha, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gacha is king.
Yeah. The Gacha component to Dr. Mario World features a shit ton of like variations of like popular Nintendo characters dressed as doctors. Like, hey everybody, here's Dr. Bowser, here's Dr. Waluigi, here's baby Dr. Rosalina, things like that. Mm-hmm. And is this just because like this is some like back alley forgotten property and nobody bothered to come yell at them? Because like it's definitely very clear that Nintendo has unified a trade dress. What is the last 2D Mario game that has been released that does not use the new Super Mario Brothers aesthetic for its appearance?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I have to think that it was a game before new Super Mario Brothers. Mm-hmm. It's very definitely like streamlined and unified. I think though that in this particular case that they might be cutting off their nose to spite their face. Like it might be making licensing easier, but I think at the very least they could throw people a bone and put out a remaster of Thousand Year Door. Like if they put out a remaster of Thousand Year Door on Switch, that thing would sell like fucking hotcakes. If they put out a remake, not a remaster, but a remake of Paper Mario, I'm sure that would also sell like fucking hotcakes.
I think they're saving those specifically because there are a handful of indie projects that are kind of trying to ape the aesthetic. Like Bug Fables definitely came out first, but there's a couple other projects like Sea House Story or, God, what is that other one? It's like Skyhaven, I think. And like they're mostly going to come out in like the PC space and maybe they'll try to port to Switch. But like each of them literally appear to be a couple years off. So like Bug Fables was definitely the one that was like far and ahead of like ready to go. But like the others appear like they're going to come out, barring some other strange delay, around the same time. And I wouldn't put it past Nintendo for like when these games start to come out, they say, oh, by the way, like remaster of Paper Mario is now available on Switch.
I can see that. And I think that this has to do with just like audiences aging. That we are aging into an age where the people who have a lot of affection for, I guess the people who are driving the nostalgia market are now younger than me.
Sure.
And those people have very strong feelings about Paper Mario. And I think Nintendo best start listening because there's a lot of money to be made there. But then again, I'm sure that as y'all know, Nintendo is perfectly fucking happy to like wait it out when it comes to like loud nostalgia market requests. Looking right at you, Mother 3. I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it, man.
Yeah, man.
What else have you been playing?
I've been playing a lot of Crosscode. And like, you know, I talked a little bit about it last week. Mm-hmm. It's still cool. One thing I didn't talk about last week was that there is a character that is antagonizing the protagonist. He is a loudmouth nerd who happens to play the same class as the protagonist in this like fake MMO. And he keeps challenging her to duels. The things about his duels is that they are obnoxious and intensely public. So he always wants to do so in a public space. And it's almost as if he's like doing this duel because he picks her because she plays the same class as him. And it's not because like I'm going to be the best person that ever plays this class. It's also stated like throughout the game that the class that they both play is pretty rare. That like most people don't take it up. And it's almost as if he's trying to like do PR for the class by like challenging you openly and like showing off their skills. But I keep kicking his ass. But it's interesting because it's in a game that attempts to do a lot of things, you know, platforming, RPG progression, action combat, etc. They have these specific instances where, as opposed to dungeon crawling or like fetch questing or whatnot, is where I have a continuous like 1v1 duel with a character that has skills that progress the same way that mine do. And that's a fun thing to do in a video game for me, because I'm trying to find like the best possible combos, like whenever I'm hitting stuff. And I have some ideas, and I feel intrigued whenever he hits me with a combo that does more damage than I expect in a way that I didn't plan for. And I feel validated when he uses a combo that I'm using in a regular gameplay scenario. And so I'm like, this is really fucking cool. And I wish more games did stuff like that. It's very much like Mirror Link that like you fight in various games, or Dark Link. But instead of like straight up mirroring your movements, it's like an AI's interpretation on like not optimal gameplay, because otherwise it would kick my ass, but like efficient gameplay, which I enjoy. It's like comparing notes.
Mm-hmm. I need to get into the crosscode.
Yeah, man. It's a good video game.
So this week, my game time has been dominated by an old friend.
Is it Hearthstone?
Hearthstone. Yes.
Ha! Called it.
Well, there was a balance patch.
For sure.
And like, as somebody who is a big fan of like competitive gaming, Rocky knows that a balance patch oftentimes makes everything feel new again.
Yeah, man, like, I'm still working my way through the Taco Bell patch notes, man.
I'm sorry, Taco Bell patch notes?
Oh, you don't know? Brian, so Taco Bell's changing their menu, and their patch notes actually leaked on Reddit last week. And, you know, there's like Reddit Taco Bell nerds, because of course there are, arguing about the Taco Bell patch notes, like, why didn't this meal make it back in? What do you mean I can only get this many fries? And they've been arguing about it. Got the attention of Taco Bell like last week. I think they actually commented on the thread. And then they publicly published the official Taco Bell patch notes, stating like the changes to their menu going into August, I believe.
Let's see here. Here's a thread on Reddit called Taco Bell patch notes are out and it sucks.
Yep.
Yep. They're getting rid of potatoes, Brian.
They are getting rid of potatoes, it's true.
So you were already up on this, Tegan.
I mean, I am aware. I have friends who are vegan, and so they're like big on the potato products. And the fact that there are not going to be potato products is a huge problem for them.
So they're getting rid of their like potato tacos?
Yep.
Oh, this is a fake taco. I just want the Taco Bell menu changes. God damn it.
I love that there are already fake ones.
Oh, here's an article. Taco Bell confirms that menu changes are unfortunately real. Oh god, there's a section called What We're Saying Goodbye To. None of these menu items threw a fucking ring into the Mount Doom. This isn't Frodo. We're not saying goodbye to the grilled steak soft taco.
We're saying goodbye to the grilled steak soft taco. It is today that we mourn its passing into the grand beyond.
I'm just so tired, Mr. Frodo. What we're saying goodbye to. The grilled steak soft taco. The 7-layer burrito! Fuck off!
Oh, are you not saying goodbye to that, Brian? Are you not throwing that in the fucking Mordor, Brian?
How do you...
We got him.
How? It's the 7-layer burrito!
Oh, man.
Why are they canceling the pregnancy simulator?
Brian.
I want my burrito, baby.
Well, it's gone. Patch notes, dude.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Quesarito.
We tried to warn you.
Quesarito, parentheses, will still be available via web or app for order ahead. So, wait, you can...
There's a secret web menu, yes. Yeah, we've already been planning for it.
Oh my fucking Christ.
Now you too can have a Starbucks secret menu experience with Taco Bell.
Nachos Supreme. Let's get rid of the Nachos Supreme, everybody. We did it. Beefy Fritos burrito. Okay, well, that should have gone. I understand that. Spicy tostada. Okay, that's also an item that was a mistake, so understandable. And triple layer nachos. We'll just get the nachos. Oh, you can't just get the nachos Supreme. Spicy potato soft taco. People love the spicy potato soft taco.
Yep, they do, but, you know.
Not anymore.
I hope Jack in the Box takes it from them. I hope they do.
Cheesy Fiesta potatoes.
Yeah, potatoes are just out, dude. They're just gonna stop buying potatoes.
Loaded grillers.
Yep.
2 loaded grillers types are definitely gone. The cheesy potato loaded griller and the beefy nacho loaded griller. Chips and dip. Just fucking chips and dip. Mini skillet bowl. Oh, and here we have the explanation. Here we go. Taco Bell is in fact simplifying its menu to streamline operations and make ordering faster, safer, and easier for our customers and team members, especially while the pandemic has shifted priorities to drive-thru and digital. While some fan favorites like the 7-layer burrito, fan favorites, it's the cornerstone of your fucking business. Fan favorites like the 7-layer burrito, potato bites, and loaded grillers may be retiring. It's not Michael fucking Jordan. We're excited to permanently introduce the $1 beef burrito to the Cravings Value menu and the return of the Grande Nacho box for a limited time. Oh, so you think you could silence me with your Grande Nachos?
Yes.
So, Brian, you see now how that title was adequate. That these are the patch notes and they suck.
Man. Well.
Anyway, so you're talking about Hearthstone's patch notes.
Yes, okay. So, since they introduced the new class has been, like, rather dominant.
What's the new class?
Demon Hunter. And, like, it's been one of those things where, like, they even already did a balance change for Demon Hunter for, like, several of the cards that Demon Hunter uses, and, like, it's still fucked with them. After they're like, well, this will make Demon Hunter less dominant. And then they were still dominant. They've made some more changes. These have definitely helped. A lot of the stuff that has been going on has relied on people getting, like, very powerful cards into their hand in a situation where the cards cost nothing. One of the most powerful late game cards right now is a card called Dragon Queen Alexstrasza. Battle Cry is, if your card has no duplicates, add 2 random dragons to your hand. They cost 0.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fucking terrifying.
Right. And so the issue is that, like, people could play Alexstrasza on turn 9 when they have 9 mana, and all of a sudden they have, like, just based on, like, bodies alone, they're going to get 2 dragons into their hand, which are going to be, like, big beefy boys. Like, there's very few dragons which are small tiny dragons. Odds are better than not that you're going to get, like, 2, at the very least, 2 large minions. To say nothing of, like, the additional effects that, like, lots of other dragons have. So, they changed it to read, if your deck has no duplicates, add 2 random dragons to your hands. They cost 1. And believe it or not, like, changing that from 0 to 1 is a huge deal. Because it means, like, even if you play Dragon Queen Alexstrasza on turn 10, all things being equal, you still can't play both of those, like, extra dragons, because you'll only have 1 more mana left. So you either would have to have done something to manipulate the mana cost of Dragon Queen Alexstrasza, or have a way to generate more mana. And either of those things are possible, but, like, it now makes it a thing that you have to plan for. So you're not, like, lots of, like, someone's Alexstraszaing you and you get fucked. There's a warrior card that has been, like, very, very dominant called Corsair Cache. And Corsair Cache was a 2-mana spell that read, draw a weapon and give it +1/+1. And that card made it possible to turn, like, weapons that were pretty okay and balanced correctly into weapons that were, like, super dominant. You know, like, all of a sudden people are doing shit like clearing 4 health minions with their ridge calibers. And that was apparently never really the goal for Corsair Cache. So they changed Corsair Cache so that way it only increases the durability and not the swing of the weapon. It still swings as hard as it used to, but it gives it 1 more durability. And that's fine. But the big changes that are the Demon Hunter changes. A spell called Metamorphosis, which reads, swap your hero power to deal 5 damage. After 2 uses, it goes back to your normal hero power. Which means that, like, Demon Hunters were able to use their hero power, which for them only costs 1, to deal 5 damage per turn. So they could use it to, like, clear some pretty significant minions or use their fucking hero power as a finisher. You know, it was pretty ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And they adjusted the power of it to deal 4 damage, which again doesn't feel like a big change, but has definitely been so.
Yeah, the numbers are low in Hearthstone. I get it.
Yeah, but probably the most dominant card in like the Demon Hunter collection is a card called Warglaves of Azeroth. And it would be one of those things where, like, I would see the card get played and be like, well, I suppose I could fucking concede now. Because it would come out on turn 5, and it was a 5-mana card with 3 attack and 4 durability, this weapon, which means you could swing 4 times with the weapon. And the card reads, after attacking a minion, your hero may attack again. Now, the whole, like, way Demon Hunter is balanced is the Demon Hunter class encourages you to take a bunch of damage. Like, Demon Hunter, like, is the class which, like, actively incentivizes you run as close as possible to dead with your hero.
For sure. Those are fun.
Yes. And so, like, it giving you a weapon that you can ostensibly use on, like, turn 5 to clear your enemy's board just by equipping the weapon was kind of gross. Because on turn 5, a lot of the minions, a lot of the creatures that your opponent is going to have out are going to be things which have 3 or less health.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's like, here you go, like, punch your fucking board, and I'm going to clear out your board, and now you have to start from scratch with your mana ramp. It sucks. So, like, between that and this, like, other card called Keen Sunfury, which is a card that allows all Demon Hunter cards to ignore taunt. That card having 5 health. And, like, so many of the, like, AoE removal in the game is stuff that, like, blasts 4 health or less. So, Kane Sunfury having 5 health was like, fine, like, what am I gonna fucking do? So, it means that, like, overall now, there's a lot less, just like, it's not like log into the game and see an endless parade of Demon Hunters, which has made it really, really fun. They've been really good with balance patches in 2020. I want to make that clear. Like, I know that, like, in the past, there have been times where I'm like, I hate Hearthstone, I must play Hearthstone, but, like, since the beginning of the year, have been really on point with, like, balance patches and coming out with, like, interesting new concepts for the game. Like, really, really listening to the audience in a way that is not just like, we're listening. Actually listening to the audience. And they also introduced the name of the next expansion for the game. Stop me if you've heard this one, guys. The name of the next expansion is called Scholomance Academy. And it's about a magical school for wizards. A magical school for young wizards. Where when they arrive, they are put into one of 4 houses.
I can't believe it got to the point where Activision Blizzard's ripping off Hatsune Miku. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's wild. Completely unfair. I hope she sues. I mean, but also, like, to be fair, that's just how school goes in England. Like, even regular school is just like, yep, you're all part of a house now.
Tegan, you have no idea how angry I was when I found out that was true. That I could have been...
Yeah?
I could have been a black British kid with my own, like, school tribe, and I could have, like, been leader of that tribe. That would have been dope! And I just didn't have
You could have been.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, some Catholic schools in the U.S. do it, too.
Oh, I know. I feuded / envied our, like, local Catholic school for, like, the better part of a decade.
Because of that?
Among other things. I also wanted to wear a blazer to school. I was a weird kid.
Fair. I was a fan of plaid jumpers, so you know.
I respect it.
So they introduced a card from the Scholomance Academy set early, which is a thing that they have traditionally done, releasing one card from the set ahead of time. And the name of the card is Transfer Student. It is a cute little cat who is also a wizard who is here. And the animation for the Transfer Student card is like when you play it, it appears to be that someone has thrown a paper airplane across the board. And it then lands wherever you placed the card and unfolds to reveal the transfer student. It's very cute.
That is cute.
Yes. And the RNG on the transfer student board is the best. Depending on what particular game board you are playing on, transfer student has different effects.
Okay.
Yes. So, playing on this board, he has stealth and poisonous. Playing on this board, he's going to be dormant for 2 turns and then do, 4 damage upon awakening. On this board, he has taunt and divine shield, that kind of thing. So he has different effects depending on what board you're playing on. And can the players pick the board they play on? No, they can't. So it is the truest ass RNG thing. But also, because the transfer student is so cheap, people cannot resist putting transfer student into their fucking decks. So the transfer student is everywhere right now, and I love it. They also announced that for Scholomance Academy, they're introducing for the first time ever dual class cards, so people are going to be able to multi-class, including also multi-class legendaries. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. So yay, yeah. Hearthstone got revitalized for me this week. Tegan, what you playing?
We're playing Ghost of Tsushima.
God damn it. How is that?
It's really good.
God damn it.
There is a mode that I think you will enjoy, Brian. So I said on Twitter that if Brian doesn't play the game in Kurosawa mode, then I will eat a vegetable. But Brian doesn't have the game, so I don't have to eat a vegetable.
All right, so here's the deal, Tegan. I'm not playing the game in black and white.
Yeah.
The game's color palette is not calibrated for black and white. The game is a game which was designed to be played in color, and
it looks really fucking good in black and white. It looks really good.
There's so many subtle effects in that game which will rely on color, like seeing floating petals that lead you to shrines.
I do understand that. I do understand that, trust me. Because we have run around in Kurosawa mode. But I'm saying you're gonna like it. Because it's fun.
I'm not going to make the game harder to enjoy just because it's black and white. I'm not going to do that. I want to optimally enjoy the game, and to optimally enjoy the game means to play it in color. Otherwise, it's going to be things harder to find hidden shrines.
Oh, it's not that hard. They're pretty easy to find.
Tegan, at this point, you're just trying to bargain to stay away from vegetables.
Huh? No, I'm just letting you know, it is pretty easy to find them, because, as long as you have an average sound system, you can hear the foxes. They make a lot of noise. As much as they're, hidden, they aren't really hidden. They're just, tucked away on a side.
Tegan, are you playing the game?
I am half playing the game. I play the game when Alex is not playing. We have 2 saves. So, I'm not as far as Alex is, but I am playing the game.
I'm glad to hear it.
It's okay.
Rocky, why is that a chuckle?
You know why it's a chuckle. I'm not going to explain it to you.
Okay. Damn. Are you going for, generally a stealthier approach, or are you just getting in there and mixing up with and causing some trouble?
I'm mostly just doing the straight samurai stuff.
Okay.
There are reasons that I am doing straight samurai stuff that I will not go into until you have the game. Alex is doing a 50-50.
Okay.
So I am enjoying the bow a lot, though. I have 2 bows now. I have a a long bow and a short bow. I enjoy the bows.
Cool.
And it does have this really neat standoff mode, which is fun. Where if you're approaching a group of Mongols or bandits, you can be get off your horse and be like, come fight me! And they'll be like, okay, and they'll send one guy out, and if you time it right, you can kill them in 1 hit. It's very fun.
Apparently there's an upgrade that allows you to, after you kill the first guy, you can kill
a second guy.
Yeah.
Alex just unlocked that today.
Apparently you can get up to 3, as far as I've seen.
Oh, that'll be fun. Alex and I had differing opinions on one of the characters. We'll wait to talk about him until you get the game. But yeah, it's fun. I'm enjoying it a lot.
Well, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm looking forward to receiving this video game tomorrow. Even more.
Well, Brian, while you're waiting, you can come see me in Rishi Mahjong, because I know you've been practicing.
Yeah!
Oh, wait. Rocky, did you pick up Clubhouse games?
No, I haven't, but like I can, and like I play Mahjong all the time, so I assume it'd be fine.
Huh. I kind of wish Clubhouse games had taken off more amongst the Nintendo crowd. I mean, I kind of wish that they had run some ads that said, hey, this is a Nintendo first-party game, so all of you Nintendo nerds who buy every Nintendo first-party game, this is one.
I'm not sure if that would have helped, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I'm also not sure if that would have helped.
Because, I mean, like, sure, the Nintendo, like, name has clout, and it's true that they didn't, like, step forward and say, hey, this is the next Nintendo game. I think, like, the lack of, like, a specific avatar, which I guess they could have decided in marketing or something, is something that would have, like, told people who are paying attention to Nintendo first-party releases to pass on it, like they already did.
It's so fucking good, though.
I mean, it's just a bunch of regular games.
I mean, that's true. But, like, the simulator, like, function of it is actually pretty good.
Yep.
It's still just a bunch of regular games.
Well, yeah. I don't think it really pushes, like, the conversation of, like, what's possible in, like, a game space. I can definitely accept that. But I think it, like, lends things like accessibility to, like, otherwise, like, separate boxed, like, games. Like, I don't have to buy a box of, like, Dominoes tiles and Mahjong tiles and a Connect 4 set and, like, builds, like, a electric race car track.
Mm-hmm.
I can just buy this game and then run that. And I can do that anywhere. And I can do that not only with people that own the game, but also I could do it with people who simply own a Switch. And I can just, like, lend my games to their, like, system, and, like, we could just play a pickup game like that. Like, I think it's a pretty good piece of software. I don't think it's going to change much in, like, the terms of, like, what's possible with video games. But I think it's a good, like, bridge thing for people who are just getting into video games, or, like, people who are interested in, like, tabletop experiences. Or virtual tabletop experiences, specifically.
Mm.
So, Tegan, back to the incredible video game you're playing.
Mm-hmm. Alex is at the 1/3 point in the game.
Okay. Do you guys, like, fuck off and explore, or...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I had to do some shopping the other day, and during that time, Alex did all of the side missions.
Jesus.
Basically. And he's still 1/3 of the way through the game. Like, he's been playing it so much.
Okay.
I've played it basically one day, but that's okay. I don't mind waiting for my turn. It's a good game. You will like it. I'm confident you will like it.
I'm very excited about this video game. Like, it was very, very clear that there were, like, some design lessons that they learned in building this game, and I'm... Ooh. I cannot... I really want to play this game. I really want to play this game. Why is this game not here?
Because you didn't order from the same place we ordered. You know. That's how it be sometimes.
I was going to blame Congress, but I guess that works too.
Well, I mean, that too, you know. They just paid everyone to be inside for 2 months.
Oh, no, I was, this was going to be a Postal Service rant.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
That also.
Like, do you know they're actually, like, sidelining first-class mail for, like, the first time in, like, USPS history, apparently?
It's wild.
I'm sorry, they're doing what to first class mail?
They're sidelining it. Like, because of, like, some of the changes that's happening to the Postal Service, because of the administrator that's currently running it, first-class mail is no longer being, like, prioritized as, like, over other packages. Or, well, I may be mincing words, but the idea is that, like, first-class mail is always supposed to go out every day. And, like, the way that, like, mail routes work is that, like, if there are still packages that need to go out today, but it would require overtime, the new directive is to bring the packages back, as opposed to just taking the overtime, which is what USPS has done historically.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, that's going to cause other mail to pile up. And to help alleviate that pressure, they're going to try to prioritize normal packages during like standard working hours instead of prioritizing first class mail over everything else.
Well, I guess that's what happens when you put a guy in charge of the post office whose marching orders have been figure out ways to destroy the post office.
Yeah. I'm sure like it'll probably get worse over time, but like the idea that first class mail isn't being prioritized, it becomes a less reliable product, which means that like privatized mail will obviously take on more like delivery responsibility, and that will slow down their practice. Yeah.
So guys, we have we've got more E3 this week. How's everybody feel about that?
Do we? Shit, really?
Yeah. This week there is another Jeff Keighley Summer of Games stream. And this week's the big Microsoft first party stream.
Oh, you mean like this coming week? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh God, no. I would not wait until we're like, Jesus Christ, like an hour and a half into recording to be like, surprise! Like, here's some things to watch right now. No. I'm many kinds of monster, but I'm not that kind of monster.
I'm genuinely not sure I care at this
About
point.
the new E3 stuff?
Yeah, I am not sure I care.
You don't care about the Microsoft first party stream?
I don't think I do.
I'm not going to watch it live because I have video games to play. And once again, I have prioritized space over like that information. I will definitely look into it, likely before like the show happens. I may not actually watch the presentation, but I'll probably read the cliff notes because once again, I have video games to play.
I might check out some of the demos. Like, I know before when they announced it, I was like, oh yeah, there's definitely some demos I want to check out. Now, like, I might do that, maybe not. I don't care anymore.
I do want to say that the Chris Tales demo is going to be available on Xbox whenever Microsoft does their presentation. That was one thing that they specifically stated.
That is the one thing that I, like, definitely wanted to do, but, like, I am tired. I'm tired of E3. This is too much. It's too much and nothing is happening.
Yep.
Like, ugh.
I know, I think it's a fair fucking assessment. Like, I am absolutely exhausted, but here we are, still in our houses, and it's bad.
I mean, I don't mind being in my house. I'm just, like, E3's too long. I feel like there's a little bit of things. It's not like... So I know we talked about how, like, E3 is traditionally just, like, a big ol' hype fest. But it's, like, 1 week of hype fest. And so, like, the things I feel like later in the week, you have more time to be excited about because there's already been stuff to be excited about. So, like, what else is there to get excited about? And then there's more stuff. But at this point, it's just, like, it's every other week.
Right.
It's something sort of new. And, like, I'm not hype about any of it anymore. I don't care. I'm tired. I don't want to hear about another game announcement. You know?
Yeah.
If it's not coming out, like, now, available right after this show, I don't care. Which is not good. Like, I acknowledge that's not great.
Well, you need some space on it right now. That's good. That's fine.
I don't need space. There's tons of space. I need it more condensed. I need it here and then done so that I have time to, like, digest it instead of, like, oh, okay, well, I guess that looks cool. And then what? And then there's nothing.
I feel like, for me, at this point, quarantine and sitting in my house, that, like, the most defining characteristic of it is just everything feels more dull and more muted, except for the horrible offenses against all of humanity, which are routinely shoved down my fucking throat by the news. If it's any kind of thing that is designed to, I guess, like, dull the awfulness, it does less dulling. And I think it's because everything that you touch is impacted by COVID. You know, like, hey, everybody, there's no E3. Thanks, COVID. You know, like, hey, everybody, video game news is weird right now. Thanks, COVID. Hey, television shows that you watch had to strike production in order to keep people safe. Thanks, COVID. You know, wrestling doesn't have any audiences in the United States because of fucking COVID. Like, COVID touches everything There's only 10 animes. Thanks, COVID. The only thing that you could rely on is fucking awful Nightmare World. Like, while we were sitting here talking, everyone, the President of the United States refused to say during the course of an interview that he would honor the results of the election in November.
That's not good.
No, it's not good.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey now. Hey, wait a minute. That's not good.
Right. Well, that is...
See how that part's not been dulled?
Yeah. I still think everything will ultimately be fine, whether Trump gets 2 terms or 1 term. I do think that the election and post-election coverage, no matter what happens, will be must-watch TV.
I have requested the day after the election and the day after that off. Because I already know, like, those aren't going to be great days for me.
But unless there's something that significantly changes, I don't think we have to worry about Trump not vacating the White House if he loses the election. I think he can put up a fight, and I think it'll be messy, but I don't think he'll get to stay there based on alliances as they currently stand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it'd be different if, like, you know, if the military liked him, then we'd have a real, like, coup situation to worry about. But, like, the closest thing he has is, like, the affection of police unions, and that's only because he does what they want. That's not enough for him to keep the White House. It just isn't. So, like, I think it'll be a mess. I think it'd be, like, weird if he's still in there in February, but, like, he's not going to get to sit there forever. Like, this is just not how that's going to go.
I mean, he doesn't even want to sit there now if his golf record is anything to sneeze at, you know?
Maybe someone just locks him at Mar-a-Lago and then changes the locks in the White House, like, January 20th, and that's it. That could happen.
Yeah, that's all we gotta do. We can do that.
I had to look up, because I was curious about it, what presidents were such shit babies that they refused to attend the inauguration of their successors.
Okay.
Because I was like, is there a precedent for these precedents? Indeed there are.
Right.
Yes, presidents who did not attend the successor's inauguration. It is a short list. They are John Adams.
He was a baby.
Yeah, he was a big baby. He
Yep.
tried to make it illegal to talk shit about the president.
Yep.
Which you can't do.
John Quincy Adams.
The grandson of the aforementioned baby.
No, that's his son. That's his son.
Oh, it was his son? I thought it was grandson. Fuck.
Son.
Whatever.
You do have one pair of presidents, which is grandfather and grandson, which is William Henry Harrison and Benjamin Harrison.
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but John Quincy Adams and John Adams are a father-son duo, much like George H.W. Bush and George Bush.
The W's.
Yep. And Andrew Johnson.
Yeah, but no, okay, but hold on. Like, I was also having this argument earlier this week where someone's like, we've never had a president that was such a dickhead. I'm like, dude, this is just this century's Andrew Jackson. Like,
Yeah.
that's who Trump
Andrew
is.
Johnson.
I know you said Johnson, but I remember Jackson. Like, I'm mentioning a different dude.
Oh, well, Andrew Jackson, he's a huge dickhead, too.
Yes.
Andrew Jackson was like, hey, what's the most terrible and racist a president could be? Let me find out.
Let me find out, and he did. And then Trump showed up and was like, wait, I could do that.
I mean, I think it's very, very telling that, like, one of the first fucking things that Trump did was to get a bust of Andrew Jackson out of storage
Right.
and put that shit in the Oval. I'm like, oh, God, Trump's vision boarding, y'all. Oh, no. Oh, Jesus. So I guess, in summary, everyone should watch Warrior Nun.
What? Whoa.
that's
Whoa, this is not a pro Warrior Nun podcast. No way.
Wait, did you
What's
watch?
Warrior Nun?
Did you watch Warrior
It's a
Nun?
new Netflix show.
It's a Netflix show.
About a girl who was like quadriplegic, who's like healed, and now she gets to be a superhero.
Okay, so no, she's fucking dies, right? She dies. She straight up dies, and she then gets like the halo of an angel stuck into her back, which makes her the next in a lineage of warrior nuns. But she's also like not a believer
And like this guy is like, hey, join the warrior nun team. And she's like, I don't know about all that. And so she fucks off. And then there's like this guy who's like this shitty cardinal, and he does shitty cardinal things. And all the while, like, she's being pursued by like some members of the warrior nun sect and the nice priest who like is in charge of like the warrior nuns. But like eventually the evil cardinal becomes pope, which like sets the warrior nun sect against the Catholic Church. And then we find out in Swerve on top of Swerve, fast forward here if you're not interested, that it turns out that the halo in her back is not the halo of an angel, but is the halo of the fallen angel. And that the nice priest who was trying to get her to join the warrior nun sect is actually not a nice priest at all, but is actually a secret servant of Satan. The warrior nun herself and her closest companions, they're all fine people. Everybody around them is a complete piece of shit. So it's not like any kind of like the show. Rocky, was your primary concern that it was going to be some kind of like propaganda for the Catholic Church?
No.
Okay, what was your primary concern?
That it's like that's like an ableist telling of a superhero story.
No, it sounds like that's what it is.
Rocky, this is a very sincere question. Can you explain that to me?
Okay. Give me a bit. I gotta check my notes. If you could stall, I'd appreciate it.
I mean, to be fair, I thought it was gonna be slutty nuns. So it sounds like it's not that. Like warrior cats, but nuns. But it doesn't sound like that's what it is.
Yeah,
so at least there's that.
Yeah.
At least the Warrior Cats fandom is safe. That's a sentence I had to say out loud. I don't know anything about Warrior Cats, but all of my cosplay friends are younger than me, and when I say they're younger than me, I mean like they're like 5 or 6 years younger than me, so like our initial, like, foray into media was very different, and so they're all about Warrior Cats, because, like, there's something happening in the Warrior Cats fandom, and I don't entirely understand what it is, but now it's, like, alive, and all they're talking about is these cats, and I do not get it. And so now I'm like, do I have to read the Warrior Cats books? Because I'm reading the Percy Jackson book, so I can be excited about the Netflix series with them, but I don't know if I can do it for Warrior Cats. You know? I don't know if I'm that strong.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So, like, the thing is, like, it's true that the character straight up dies, and then she's brought back to life, and then she gets to be a superhero. But, like, the character that was initially presented, like, was that she was a quadriplegic, like, young woman, and she is essentially unable to, like, save the world until she like dies and then is made able-bodied. Like when she comes back to life with like fully functioning legs, which is, you know, I guess in the grand scheme of things, a blessing. But like the idea that she couldn't come back to life as like the character, the person that she was initially, that like all we need to do is get rid of that disability and then like here's some superpowers and go nuts, chick. Like felt gross to me. Like it's almost as if she didn't need to be quadriplegic in the first place. That wasn't like anything that was important to her character, and like to like haphazardly throw it away while like still referencing it throughout the show seems disingenuous.
Okay, but she was a quadriplegic who was throughout her youth. Being a quadriplegic is like integral to the character's resentment of the Catholic Church.
Sure.
She has spent her entire she is an orphan who was in a car accident with her parents that killed her parents. She lived, but now is like confined to her bed and like lives out the remainder of her youth in like a shitty Catholic orphanage before a nun poisons her to death on the day before her 18th birthday.
Right.
Because the nun is like, well, you won't be able to care for yourself as an adult, so I'm going to kill you. And so like she resents and hates the Catholic Church because of her interaction with Catholicism up to that point. It, like, providing no solace for the loss of her parents, you know, encountering nothing but, like, shitty, cruel nuns, you know, like, surviving the accident, but doing so with, like, the loss of her legs. Like, it's...
All those are good story hooks.
You could tell that story, like, if you could tell that story, though, with having been molested by a priest in the Catholic Church. Like, you could still, that's the same
How
story.
does that story confine her to living inside of the Catholic Church, unable to move from her, like, her tormentors?
I mean, she could still be a ward of the state. She could still be stuck in the Catholic Church. There's not, like, it's still tragedy porn. It's just different tragedy porn. It's just abuse instead.
Well, I think that you saying, like, it's different is integral, because it is different. Like, she's literally unable to escape her, like, tormentors.
She'd be unable to escape also if she was just a kid, though. Because as an underage ward of the state, like, she would still be returned back to the like, it happens all the time for kids in foster care.
Right. Sure, it's a difference of, like, I guess, physical intensity, but I'm not sure that changes enough of the narrative.
Okay, then I guess this is one of those things where I'm wrong, and I just need to do a moral inventory of myself.
I don't know if you're wrong, Bren. I'm just saying, like, I'm not pro warrior nun. That's my personal stance.
I mean, it sounds silly anyway, so I don't think I would have been pro warrior nun anyway.
Well, shit, I mean, then maybe watch that show where, like, Zac Efron goes and, like, solves the world's problems.
Oh, no, I'm not gonna watch that either. That's stupid.
Actually, I did watch something this week that I didn't expect to like, but I ended up liking a significant amount. I sat down and watched Palm Springs.
Oh, so good.
Starring Andy Samberg and Kristen Milotti. And I haven't seen Kristen Milotti since How I Met Your Mother, so it was good to see her again. And Andy Samberg was, like, in a, like, distressed, like, drama role, like, basically being Bill Murray in Groundhog Day. I did like the twist that they added to the premise, where, like, Andy Samberg's character had been there for an indeterminate amount of time, possibly an infinite amount of time, and, like, he's bringing Kristen Milotti in, and the additional, like, wild card of having... Brian, who plays Roy? I've been trying to remember that actor.
J.K. Simmons.
Thank you. J.K. Simmons is another person that Andy Samberg also brought into, like, the time loop, and, like, he hates him for it, and that hate has, like intensified over the time that he's been there, and he just periodically shows up to kill Andy Samberg because, like, there's no consequences. It's just, like, a release for him. And that... I liked how the film, like, leaned into nihilism pretty early, that it, like, tossed out the kind of, like, goofy things that Groundhog Day, where, like, karma is, like, the ultimate lesson that allows them to escape. Like, it's not a bad thing, it's just, like, played out. And they, like, spent some time to, like, you know, trying to really wrestle with what it means to be trapped in the space, especially under the conditions that they currently are. I really like Kristen Milotti and Andy Samberg's performances throughout the film. I did like some of the bits that they played out, like Andy Samberg, after realizing continuously that this is the day that his girlfriend's gonna cheat on him, and they just start, like, playing games with that scenario, and that's fun. I don't know, it was a good movie, and I didn't think it was gonna be. So shout outs to them, I guess.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was sweet. I thought it was cute. I love getting to see J.K. Simmons do, like, good character work.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a reason that fucking guy has an Oscar. And, like, it was nice seeing Andy Samberg do something which isn't Jake Peralta. You know?
Yeah.
There's no part of that character that is like, you could not make the argument, okay, this is basically just Jake Peralta. Like, 'cause it is not Jake Peralta.
I mean, like, Andy Samberg, like, legitimately has range. I do want to say that.
Yeah.
He leans into comedy because he's very good at it, but, like, he has range.
Man. Well, there we go. Brian would like to apologize for recommending Impossible Nun. Impossible Nun! Fuck me.
Also an accurate title, though.
Oh, man.
God damn it.
Branding
Like,
never
I would
stops,
like to apologize recommending Warrior Nun. Watch Palm Springs instead. maybe watch Zac Efron save the world. He's obviously high in several episodes.
Oh man, I kind of feel good for him that he's like, being able to settle into a body that like, makes him happier. Like it's I'm really happy for him. He doesn't deserve what he's getting on social media currently because like it's mostly about like why isn't he super shredded anymore, which isn't cool and like obviously unsustainable. But it is weird that they're calling it a dad bod also. I don't know how I feel about that, but whatever.
He's still fucking shredded. He's just not like, I haven't eaten a carb since fiscal 2016 shredded.
Right.
Yeah, like, Jesus Christ, it's not a like, what is wrong with people?
Like, they just
do people
want
not
to do
know
some
how
backflip
human
burpees.
bodies work?
Oh, no, they don't.
Oh my
Brian,
God.
Brian, who
No,
knows
they
how to
have no
human
idea.
body? What's a body, dog? Like, please release me.
Are you
Oh.
talking about the flesh sack that I currently reside in?
Also,
Jeez.
there's a guy on TikTok that like regularly makes it on a Twitter for like his ridiculous like workout routines. I think I posted a GIF, and I wish I had posted the whole TikTok before. But like this man was like, "Hey, here's some advanced like workout techniques that you can try." And Brian, you know what a burpee is, right?
I do.
Okay, so this man was doing a backflip where he would land on his feet and then go down into a burpee and then backflip again. And like he had it rated on his video and it was like 7 out of 10. Man was doing backflip burpees, saying 7 out of 10.
That just sounds like murder.
He was also doing single leg gainers. So like he would do a backflip, but like off of one leg, and then he'd land on 2 feet and then do a lunge. And then on the leg he lunged on, he'd backflip again. And then he'd switch like legs every time. That one was 8 out of 10. And his 9 out of 10 were flare Aztec push-ups, which like if you like, flaring like the breakdancing move where like you swing your legs out.
Mhm.
And then like when you got to where your legs were like behind you again, he'd spring up like a frog and like clasp his limbs together like under his torso, like hands, feet, and then like go back into a flare. That one was 9 out of 10. And like he regularly posts like videos where like he's fighting like straight up like Eddie from fucking Tekken, just doing capoeira moves on like a bag, and like occasionally there'll be like some random fool in the gym behind him just practicing his 1-2 combo and shit. And it's just like, it's obnoxious. But I can't stop watching his videos. The dude's ridiculous. It's the best.
Man. Well, shit. We have a Patreon.
If you want to close the show, you gotta do the whole thing.
Rocky, take us home.
Okay. Hey everyone! As you know.
Fuck me!
Whoa, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay. So everyone,
Fuck
this is
me?
Impossible Coin. We do it every week. You can find us where podcasts are found. Generally on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, and now SoundCloud. Brian, go ahead and say fuck SoundCloud for us real quick.
Fuck SoundCloud with my full chest.
Thank you.
God damn those motherfuckers. Every week. I don't need to change the diaper of any of our other upload points.
What happens with SoundCloud?
Every week, SoundCloud's like, there was a problem uploading your file. I'm like, what problem? I then log into SoundCloud, and it's like, you are at your limit for your account volume. And I'm like, really? Because I appear to be a good fucking 500 megs below it. And they're like, nuh-uh. Which I then have to take down files, re-upload files, and then re-upload the current week episode.
That's ridiculous.
Wow.
Every goddamn time. Who was it who said that we weren't on SoundCloud?
I don't remember at this point. Like,
Whoever you are, fuck you. Fuck you.
speaking of SoundCloud, a friend of the show, kid brother of the show, Big Sach, produced our music. It's at the beginning and end of this program. You could find him on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/BigSachNJ, and you can also drop him a line on Twitter at Hillary_Swank. Our logo is also a t-shirt, and it was designed by the incredible Lauren Moran. You can find her on Twitter at Lauren Moran, and consider donating to her Patreon. She does the good business. And speaking of Patreon, as Brian mentioned earlier, we have one of those at patreon.com/Impossible Coin Podcast. It's where we keep our watch-alongs, our audio essays, and other Patreon-specific content, like Tegan's Foot Picks. So, if you want to drop a couple of bucks, you can have access to all that and more. If you want to talk to us, Brian's available on Facebook and Patreon. I'm on Twitter, and Tegan's on Tumblr. It's all Impossible Coin. No spaces or underscores or anything weird like that. It's just us. In fact, if you see things with spaces, underscores, and other weirdness, please let us know, because they are imposters, and they will be dealt with.
Okay, so I want to make sure that I don't have to go join Telegram with the Haircut Boys because I liked Warrior Nun.
Okay. I think you're okay, Brian. I forgive you. It's fine.
I don't know what that means, so I think you're cool.
But yeah, that's us, guys. That's the show.
Tika, do you not know who the Haircut Boys are?
No, I have no idea. You guys regularly on this show say words, and I know the meaning of the individual words, but I don't know what they mean together.
Okay, are you familiar with how fascists almost always have the same haircut? The undercut?
Like skin? Oh, nope. No, I don't know that. I know skinheads. I know that.
Yeah, fascists are like, it's very much like the Shapiro.
Okay.
Yep.
Like, a lot of them have like that same fucking haircut. It's honestly just a time saver.
And
Gotcha. Okay.
so a lot of these fashy guys have the same haircut, which has kind of led to them being called the Haircut Boys, because they one of the fashy groups is called Proud Boys, and so it's like, lol, we'll just call them Haircut Boys. And
I do know, I am aware of the Proud Boys.
Okay, and so a lot of these Nazis thankfully get deplatformed from various social networks. And so the only social network where they don't get kicked off is fucking Telegram. So I say, go join Telegram with the Haircut Boys.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
there we go.
Got it.
Peace.
Learn something new every day.
Knowledge is power.
Bye.
Oh, later.